Backstage, I found these 3 Golden Globe Awards that Tom Cruise returned. Look, I'm just the host briefly or whatever, but I have a pitch. I think maybe we take these 3 things and exchange them for the safe return of Shelly Miscavige.
Tom Cruise may be a global superstar, but that doesn't excuse him from facing the heat from other celebs. Jerrod Carmichael left the 80th Golden Globes audience stunned with an excoriating suggestion about what to do with Tom Cruise's returned Golden Globe trophies. He not only targeted Tom for returning his awards last year, but also poked fun at his religious and social beliefs. This has not gone down well with Tom at all, and he is surely angry, but how has he responded? Stay with us to find out. Jerrod Carmichael roasted Tom Cruise during the Golden Globes, tackling the actor's decision in 2021 to return his 3 Golden Globe Awards in protest of the Hollywood Foreign Press Association. Carmichael was introducing presenters Glenn Powell and Jay Ellis, Cruise's Top Gun Maverick co-stars, when he appeared on stage with 3 trophies in his hands. "Hey, guys, backstage I found these," Carmichael said, 3 Golden Globe Awards that Tom Cruise returned. "I'm just a host briefly, or whatever, but I have a pitch I think. Maybe we take these 3 things and exchange them for the safe return of Shelly Miscavige." Take a look at this hilarious moment once again.
Backstage, I found these 3 Golden Globe Awards that Tom Cruise returned. Look, I'm just the host briefly or whatever, but I have a pitch. I think maybe we take these 3 things and exchange them for the safe return of Shelly Miscavige.
Even though Tom has not come out publicly and addressed the situation himself, given how sensitive he is about his involvement with Scientology, there is no reason to believe that he wouldn't be extremely mad about this joke and might soon take measures to confront Carmichael. We may even see a rebuttal or taunt from his end, either in an interview or a social media post very soon. Tom isn't one to shy away from confrontation. Just take a look at this interview a few years back where he got triggered by a very personal question from a reporter and responded brutally to him.
Listen, here's the thing, Peter. Yeah. You're stepping over a line now. You're stepping over a line. You know you are.
I suppose they're questions though, that people want to know.
Peter, you want to know. Take responsibility for what you want to know. Don't say what other people. This is a conversation that I'm having with you right now.
You're right.
Okay, so I'm just telling you right now, okay? Just put your manners back in.
Carmichael evoked Scientology by referencing Shelly Miscavige, the wife of Scientology leader David Miscavige. Cruise is a public member of the church. Shelly has allegedly not been seen in public in many years. Former Scientology member Lee Remini has often used social media to question Shelly's whereabouts. Following the joke, Remini wrote on Twitter, "Thank you, Jerrod Carmichael. Where is Shelly?" This wasn't the only response that was evoked by this public humiliation of Tom by the Golden Globe host. Many people flocked to the social media site to voice their opinions on the matter. This user tweeted, "See, it's funny because Top Gun was the only movie anyone saw this year. And even if you think Scientology is awful, clearly audiences have moved past it and want Tom Cruise again. Not very talented or professional when poking fun of people's religious beliefs. Shame on you," added another like-minded person. That not everyone sided with Tom on this. There were also those who thought that this joke wasn't in bad taste and was appropriate, like this person who wrote, "Good for him. We should all be more concerned and demanding answers of Scientologists and police." This user had a very interesting opinion. They said, "I shouldn't be surprised that so many people are defending Scientology. It's not like they don't have a propaganda squad who goes out of their way to discredit any and all criticisms." Meanwhile, she's still missing. All of this goes back years when all hell broke loose as the world was hit with this news.
Well, Tom Cruise is the latest celebrity to protest the Golden Globes. Tom returned his 3 globes to the Hollywood Foreign Press Association in protest over the lack of diversity among its members.
Back in 2021, in protest of the controversy surrounding the lack of diversity within the HFPA's membership, Tom Cruise returned the 3 Golden Globe trophies he earned for Born on the 4th of July for Best Actor, Drama, Jerry Maguire for Best Actor, Comedy or Musical, and Magnolia for Best Supporting Actor. It was the most high-profile rejection of the HFPA from a single star, after several actors, including Scarlett Johansson and Mark Ruffalo, called for the industry to step back from the Globes until more substantial substantial reforms were put in place within the HFPA organization. Netflix, Amazon, and Warner Media had all announced boycotts of the HFPA, and things had gotten so bad that NBC did not air the Globes in 2022. In response, filmmaker Ava DuVernay praised Cruise's actions on Twitter that time that Tom Cruise sent his Golden Globes for Jerry Maguire, Magnolia, and Born on the 4th of July in an actual box to the reception desk of HFPA to stand against their sexist, homophobic, racist practices of exclusion, harassment, and bias. On May of the same year, the HFPA had announced that it was aiming to add 20 new members in 2021, with a goal to increase its full membership by 50% in 18 months, all with a focus on recruiting underrepresented groups. That plan was approved by the full membership, but it did nothing to quell the growing chorus of condemnation of the HFPA, which first came under scrutiny after the Los Angeles Times reported earlier that year that there were no black members of the HFPA. Former HFPA President Mayor Tatna also told media outlets at the time that the group hadn't had a black member since at least 2002, when she first joined. The HFPA's broader practices, from demanding special treatment and lavish perks to sexist, homophobic, and racially insensitive questions at press events, came under criticism as well. In April 2021, the HFPA also expelled former President Phil Burke amid another firestorm of criticism after Burke sent an email to members in which he called Black Lives Matter a racist hate movement and alleged that co-founder Patrice Cullors was a self-proclaimed trade Marxist. But what does any of this have to do with Tom Cruise, Scientology, and Shelly Miscavige? Well, they're all deeply connected. Scientology is a set of beliefs and practices invented by American author L. Ron Hubbard and an associated movement. It has been described by its followers as a religion that offers a precise path leading to a complete and certain understanding of one's true spiritual nature. It has been variously defined as a cult, a business, or a new religious movement by various critics. Cruise was converted to Scientology by his first wife, Mimi Rogers, in 1986, becoming an outspoken advocate for the Church of Scientology in the 2000s. His involvement in the organization was leaked by the tabloid Star in 1990, and he publicly admitted to following Scientology in a 1992 interview with Barbara Walters, where he explained to the world why he became a member. He said this,
which is, when I know you're going to ask me, I don't know if you are or not, but about Scientology, which is L. Ron Hubbard has a technology.
L. Ron Hubbard was the founder of the Church of Scientology.
Yeah, Church of Scientology.
You are a member of the Church of Scientology.
Yes. The thing is that he's got, there's a study technology that he developed that, and I took the course on it, and it really basically teaches someone how to study. And I took this course, and I apply that technology, you know, when I study and when I read and when I work on things, and it's actually, I realize that I'm not dyslexic. And it was actually, it actually has changed my life.
Even though there has always been controversy surrounding Scientology since its origins, things got really dark and mysterious in 2007. In August 2007, Michelle Shelly Miscavige, the so-called First Lady of Scientology and wife of David Miscavige, the religion's leader, attended her father's funeral. Then, she mysteriously disappeared. To date, what exactly happened to Shelly Miscavige remains unknown. Though rumors abound that she was sent to one of the organization's secretive camps, Scientology spokespeople insist that their leader's wife is merely living out of the public eye. And the Los Angeles police, called to look into her disappearance, also concluded that no investigation was necessary. This disappearance became national news for many years, especially when famous suppressed Scientologist Lee Remini left the cult-like religion in 2013 and immediately filed a missing person report. But to her disappointment and anger, the case was closed within hours. Since then, Lee Remini has made it her mission to raise awareness about this and get this case reopened. She has appeared on many platforms and talked about how the church reacted when she first questioned where Shelly had gone.
Well, I asked innocently, where's Shelly? Because I thought it was odd. It was being, they were calling it the wedding of the century, the church. And I said, well, where's Shelly Miscavige? And with that was a reaction of, people just scattering.
All of this has fueled people from speculating and forming conspiracy theories about this bizarre situation. Shelly Miscavige's continued absence has continued to raise questions. Her disappearance has triggered an examination of her life, her marriage to David Miscavige, and the inner workings of Scientology itself. This is where Tom Cruise comes in. As a follower and member of Scientology for over 3 decades, he has shared a very close and personal relationship with its leader, David Miscavige.
So this is a video of Dave Miscavige and Tom Cruise that was taken right after Tom Cruise had a birthday party aboard the Scientology cruise ship, the Free Winds. And the person that recorded this video did it on a camera phone, which were very new at the time. This is back in 2004. And you can see that's why it's moving all around like that. but I'm pretty sure that Dave and Tom do not know they're being recorded.
Over the years, people have questioned Tom Cruise and his involvement with this shady organization that claims to call itself a religion but is surrounded by so many weird instances, including their founder's wife's disappearance. This is what Golden Globe host Jerrod Carmichael was pointing at when he made his joke and publicly mocked Tom Cruise. We will have to wait and see if Tom deems this joke offensive enough to warrant a response, but knowing how private he is, he may choose to resolve the matter personally with Carmichael and contact him one-on-one. There is also a chance that he doesn't deem the situation significant enough to get into it and choose to ignore it completely. Only time will tell. That's all for today, guys. Thanks for watching until the end, and don't forget to subscribe and like. Goodbye.